Hey guys, Epic Worlds PCG. Today I'll be showing you how you can make your very own PCG, or paper computer game. Now, if you don't know what these are, I'll leave a link in the description to all the videos you need to know to learn about what they are. But assuming that you already know what they are, I'm be telling you how to make one. So PCGs are kind of like RPG games, but they don't use dice. You can of course, but I recommend not. Unless like you're just using like 1d20, that's fine for like some checks, but mainly they're just role playing and imagination. But what's different about like these from RPGs is you can see each individual screen, unlike other games. I tend to only color in my covers and then leave the rest black and white, but I have done PCGs where I color in the whole thing, and it does look a lot better, but it does take a lot more time. And this is just like a game that you're probably only going to play like once with your friends, so you don't have to be too good with the art. Like they're like PCG art like isn't always the best, so you can make it whatever you want. So yeah, now let's get into making it. So for pens, I use just like a normal pen, or like a fine liner if you really want to get specific. People also use pencils, but I don't think it shows up that nice. But I'm not saying pencils are bad, I'm just saying I don't prefer them. So, and then of course, if you want to color in your covers like I do, I don't think many people color in their covers, but I think they make the covers in games look more fun to play. Oops, that almost fell. But yeah, colored pencils are a great investment if you're getting into making PCGs seriously like me. I've probably made about 50 PCGs so far. Some of them aren't finished, but about 44 finished ones. So yeah. And then once you've got all your supplies, then I do recommend getting a notebook to plan your PCGs. This is what I always do. Or of course you can buy the PCG merch from the Paper Computer Game shop, which I'll also leave a link in the description. You can get cool notebooks like this. And yeah, you can plan all your scripts and stuff. So yeah, let's get into making this PCG. Now, I don't have any like specific ideas, but let's just call this Cave of Trolls. And of course, feel free to expand on this game. Oops, that's a uppercase. I'll just use the back page. But yeah, what's great about the PCG community is you can literally use any character from anybody's game and they'll be okay with it. Or at least most people will. So you don't have to worry about like copyright or anything. But yeah, the PCG community is very sharing. You can also make your own universe or maps. Like I have my own world maps for each individual world I make. And I also have like each individual like lore sets. So you guys can watch my lore videos if you'd like to learn more about those. Yeah. I'm not going to be taking too much time on this because it is just a tutorial. But I would obviously go in a lot more depth like my other covers. But let's just call this Cave of Trolls and draw a big troll on the cover. Now, I usually spend about an hour on my covers, but you can spend like 1 to like 20 minutes average on them. And PCGs like lengthwise are usually 10 pages, but they can be 1 page, which are really cool to do, or they can even be up to like 200 pages, like Paper Computer Games Balzac Lobertron video. That PCG was like 200 pages, which was crazy. Yeah, once you got like a little cover, probably way better than this, but then you can actually get into the PCG. Now for my screens, I like to always label the page number so I never lose track. And what's cool about PCGs is there's not really as much combat. Like each combat is a puzzle. So like, let's say you had like a little cave here and there's a spike, like a few spikes up here. Because unlike like other RPGs, PCGs don't really use dice. You can, of course, but it's more fun like to use your imagination on these. And you basically just say like what you're gonna do. Like let's say there's a big troll here, and you want to defeat him. Now there's two players in PCGs: the PCG master, who like says all the rules, and then the player. But yeah, this is a troll, and basically like let's say you're here and there's an item on the floor that's a bow and arrow. And you're like, so your PCG master is like, okay, what do you do? So you as the player could be like, okay, I pick up that bow and I shoot that spike up there, making it fall down onto the troll, killing him. Your PCG master could say, yes, that works, or no, try a different solution. So that's kind of what PCGs are. There's also, you can like do exploration-based PCGs. Of course, combat PCGs, if you want, like, or if you're into stuff like that. Popular like spin-offs of like common games, like I did a Plants vs Zombies game in PCG form but called it Plants vs Techno Zombies, so that was cool. You can check out that video. But yeah, obviously you would probably be a little more detailed with this screen. You really don't have to, like, PCGs are just basic things, but I tend to put a little more time into my games, just to make them more appealing for the player. So yeah, that was one screen. Now let's do another sort of challenge. Page 2 here. And oops, that pen just died. Here, I'll get another. But yeah, basically, you definitely want to look at your notes. Like, I keep notes for all different kinds of PCGs and random encounters I could do, as well as scripts. Like here, I just have like 50 different PCG puzzles. Like, it could be anything from spin a wheel and see what happens, drink a random potion, meet different characters, or it can be things from popular like movies like Harry Potter. Some puzzles I base them off of that. But for this puzzle, let's just do a classic PCG like puzzle like that most people see. He's called the big guy or fat guy. So basically this puzzle, you have to like talk him out of it, because there's no way to get past him except for like talking him out of it or something. One time one of my players even played chess with him, and that got him past it. So yeah, here, let me just finish up this drawing. But yeah, and then you can have like an item in the room, like let's say you got a donut for him. You can like say, here, I'll give you a donut if you can like let me get past. So there's so many different like combinations of puzzles you can do. Like, you don't have to do a linear puzzle. You can like just draw anything and like see what your player does. That's what I do sometimes. But yeah, this was how to make your very own PCG. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.